Hey there, Animal Notebook viewers, and welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're jumping right into pufferfish phenomena, discovering the unusual defender. We're going to unpack the wild biology and the hidden, high-stakes defenses of the ultimate ocean survivor. We're talking, of course, about the pufferfish. I know, they might just seem like the floating balloons of the sea, but as we're about to discover, there is a fierce and incredibly complex evolutionary story going on just beneath the surface.
Okay, let's just get right into it by acknowledging the elephant in the room. Their completely unassuming and honestly super comical appearance. I mean, look at that cute wide-eyed look. It's totally easy to see why they're so beloved in pop culture. But make no mistake, this appearance is completely deceptive. They are definitely not just floating around helplessly waiting to be a snack.
As this quote perfectly sums it up, there's a stark contrast between their big-eyed cuteness and their day-to-day reality in the wild. They are highly specialized, absolutely formidable defenders of the reef. They come fully equipped with biological weapons and mechanical defense systems that leave some of the ocean's top predators completely baffled and, well, sometimes paralyzed.
So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to meet the unusual defender, break down their ultimate defense mechanism, look at those powerful beaks and diet, explore their surprising intelligence and intricate nests, and wrap it all up with a quick pufferfish FAQ. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Meet the Unusual Defender.
Did you know there are actually over 200 living species of pufferfish out there? It's a huge family, scientifically known as Tetrodotoxin. You can find them all over the globe, mostly in tropical and subtropical marine waters, but some actually thrive in brackish estuaries and even fresh water. Now, most fish rely on scales for protection and large fins for speed, right? Well, not the pufferfish. They have these rounded, totally scaleless bodies and small fins, which makes them really deliberate, slow swimmers. Because they can't exactly outrun anything, they have to rely on agility and camouflage first to avoid a fight. But what happens when hiding just isn't an option?
That brings us right to Section 2, the ultimate defense mechanism.
So when a threat is imminent, they deploy this mechanical genius that is honestly a marvel of evolution. Step 1. The pufferfish rapidly gulps down massive amounts of water, or air if they've been pulled out of the ocean. Step 2. They force all of this into an incredibly elastic stomach, swelling up to several times their normal size. And finally, Step 3. This intense expansion stretches their scaleless skin, which forces these hidden, razor-sharp spines to stand straight up. Now keep in mind, this is a super physically taxing last resort defense for them. But man, it works. Their sudden, giant spherical shape makes them nearly impossible for a predator to swallow.
Just look at the visual transformation here. You go from a standard, maybe slightly vulnerable-looking fish on one side to a vibrant, spiky, completely impenetrable balloon on the other. Just imagine a predator trying to get its jaws around that. It is an instant physical deterrent. But what if a predator is stubborn and manages to take a bite anyway?
Well, that is where their invisible shield kicks in. We're talking about tetrodotoxin, or TTX for short. Most pufferfish are absolutely loaded with this highly potent natural neurotoxin, which they concentrate mostly in their liver, ovaries, intestines, and skin. TTX is a literal biological superpower. It works by blocking sodium channels in nerve cells. For a predator, that translates to immediate numbness, paralysis, and respiratory failure.
To put this into perspective for you, tetrodotoxin is estimated to be vastly more toxic than cyanide by weight. There's no widely available antidote, making it one of the most formidable chemical defenses in the entire animal kingdom. It's an evolutionary strategy that guarantees, even if a pufferfish loses a battle, the predator won't live to repeat the mistake.
Let's move on to Section 3, Powerful Beaks and Diet.
If you look super closely at a pufferfish mouth, you aren't going to see normal fish teeth. Instead, they have these 4 large teeth that are entirely fused together to form a really sharp, heavy-duty beak. This trait is so defining, it's actually where they get their scientific family name, Tetrodontidae, literally translates from Greek to mean 4 teeth. And trust me, they need that heavy-duty beak for their intensely crunchy diet. Pufferfish are carnivores and omnivores that absolutely love hard-shelled invertebrates. We're talking crabs, clams, mussels, sea urchins, you name it. But here is the really fascinating catch. Those 4 fused teeth continually grow throughout their entire lives, kind of like a rodent's teeth do. So they have to constantly gnaw on these hard-shelled, crunchy foods to wear their ever-growing teeth down. If they didn't,
they literally wouldn't be able to eat.
All right, pivoting to Section 4, Intelligence and Intricate Nests.
These guys have a softer side too, and they're actually highly intelligent. Notice those large, bulging eyes? They have fantastic vision, and they can actually move each eye completely independently to scan their environment. But even more amazing than that are their mating behaviors. Males of some species, like the white-spotted pufferfish, will spend days painstakingly sculpting these intricate, perfectly geometric circular patterns right into the seafloor sand. These massive underwater crop circles are elaborate courtship displays just meant to attract females. It just goes to prove that pufferfish are meticulous artists and lovers, not just toxic fighters.
And finally, Section 5. Pufferfish frequently asked questions. Let's do a rapid-fire round.
FAQ number 1. Are all pufferfish poisonous? Given everything we just talked about regarding their chemical warfare, what do you think? Take a quick guess.
The answer is actually no. While the vast majority are highly toxic, the toxicity varies wildly depending on the species, their geographic location, and even the season. Some species contain little to absolutely no tetrodotoxin at all. It's just a great reminder of the incredible variation among those 200 different species we talked about earlier.
Moving right along to FAQ number 2. What is the lifespan and size range of a pufferfish? People always want to know about their scale and longevity in the wild.
Believe it or not, they can live up to 15 years, which is a really long time for a relatively small reef fish. And speaking of size, the range is completely drastic. You've got the tiny dwarf pufferfish, which maxes out at just about 1 inch long. But on the other extreme, there are massive, giant freshwater species that can grow to be over 2 feet in length.
FAQ number 3. Do pufferfish have any natural predators? I mean, with their deadly neurotoxins and that crazy spiky inflation, can anything in the ocean actually eat a creature this well defended?
The surprising answer here is yes. Despite their extreme toxicity, they aren't completely invincible. Evolution is a wild arms race, right? So certain specialized predators like tiger sharks and even some marine mammals like sea otters have actually developed a natural tolerance to the TTX toxin. They are some of the only creatures in the world that can munch on a pufferfish and swim away totally fine.
And that brings us to our 4th and final FAQ. How do pufferfish actually acquire their deadly toxins in the first place? Do their bodies just magically produce it out of nowhere?
Incredibly, no, they do not produce the toxin themselves. Scientists believe they accumulate tetrodotoxin entirely through their diet, absorbing it from specific marine bacteria that are passed up the food chain. That means their absolute greatest superpower is something they just harvest from their environment. And it kind of leaves us with this final thought. If a fish can absorb a deadly superpower just from the microscopic bacteria in its diet, what other marvels of ocean evolution are hiding right in plain sight? Keep questioning the world around you and make sure to hit that subscribe button for Animal Notebook for more incredible insights into the animal kingdom. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next explainer.